Hello, hello. Good to see you. This is Fab with Fabulicious, and today we're going to talk about stress. Tough topic, you will tell me, but actually, something that you have to know is there's good stress and bad stress. There is a stress that is actually pushing you to do things. There is a stress that is making you move, making you achieve more than what you want to you think you can achieve, and there's a stress that unfortunately keeps you stuck and make you go into a place of fear, and that's the one we want to get rid of. So tell me, how would you like to know how to increase this good stress and how to lower this bad stress? And more importantly, how would you like to know how to manage the ups and the downs on life? And instead of going into this type of reaction, know how to navigate, how to float when the wave is up, and how to pedal and do whatever you have to do to deal with a down moment. That's if that's something you would like to do, you are at the right place. So I have to say, I unfortunately know a lot about stress. First of all, I know a lot about it from my client. Um, a lot of them come to me when they are in a situation of stress, either because they are in an unhappy or toxic relationship, or because they are going through a divorce, and can even be not a love relationship issue, but a more professional relationship issue. They are trying to build their business and they don't know why they sabotage themselves, and it make them crazy. They overwork. They are in a job situation where that is toxic. And yes, there's unfortunately way too many toxic relationships at work. So whatever happening is happening in their life, they come to me because they feel this anxiety, this burnout sensation. Sometimes they suffer from panic attack. And that type of situation end up being so bad in their life that they are lacking confidence, and they don't know how to get their self-esteem back. And whether the stress they are experiencing is actually linked to something that is quite positive, like having a new job or creating a business, or negative, like going into a toxic situation or toxic relationship at home or at work, their experience is actually the same. They feel stuck and they feel like they're not living their best life. So today we're going to talk about all of that. And let me be clear. My job today is not about telling you you're wrong. It's not about judging you. It's not about telling you what you should do and not do. My job is to help you go from stuck to unstoppable, if that's what you want, by observing your pattern, by observing how you react to stress or how you respond to stress. Because after all, you are a choice. Change cannot come from a place of fear. Positive change comes from a place of empowerment, from a place of choosing what you want for yourself. What is the type of life that you want? What will make your heart shine and you being excited about doing your work or being in that relationship or doing what you have to do every day. I have been in your shoes. I have dealt with a lot of stress from losing my job when I moved to United States to actually moving to United States in a new country that I didn't know, from having two wonderful kids. Every mom know that dealing with your kids can be quite stressful, to having to deal with health issue, and actually the stress that really got me thinking and changed who I became was the stress of my divorce. A few years ago, I had this low level stress that I didn't know how to define. Actually, it felt more like depression than stress. And I was feeling miserable. And I absolutely didn't know why. I was married, I had two kids, I had a good house, I had what looked like a pretty good life, except that there was something missing. And over time, that created a lot of tension. That made me feel more and more disempowered and more stuck. Until one day, my husband of 20 years called me from his business trip to tell me that he was unhappy and that he wanted a divorce. And in that moment, I went from a place of feeling uncomfortable, to being beyond overwhelmed, beyond anxious. I remember smelling the fear of what's going to be my life next. I could smell the fear on my clothes, and I will wake up stinking anxiety. Yes, anxiety stinks. Fortunately, it was at that time that I reached out for help. And I got a chance to work with an amazing coach and a hypnotherapist. And I totally reinvented myself. Actually, within 3 months of reaching out for help, I was back on my feet. Within a year, I had been training to become a coach, to become a hypnotherapist myself. And I started writing. I published 2 books in that first year. I start helping others. And over the next couple of years, I created my company, Fabulatious. I took it from 0 to 6 figure in less than 3 years. And since then, I have been helping over 1,000 clients to go from stuck, having this anxiety and pleasant feeling, to being unstoppable. And actually, whether it's in their business or in their personal life, I love having my clients come to me and thank me because they are happy, because they are excited, because they are living their best life. And that's what I want for every single one of you. So today on this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about stress, a lot about stress, about what it is and what it is not. I will tell you the number one question you have to ask yourself when you are experiencing a stressful situation. But more importantly, I'm going to give you tools. I'm going to give you tool on how your body is responding to stress and how to help your body respond better. So not only you can deal with the stress in a better way, in a more positive way, but how you can navigate, as I told you earlier, those ups and downs of life. Are you ready? As I told you earlier, you are at choice. You can turn off this video and do exactly what you were doing until now. Or you can take this choice and see how you can deal with the stress in a totally different way. Oh, you're still here. I guess that means you want to know a little bit more about it. So let me share my screen so you can see a little bit more in a visual way what's going on. Yes, see, nothing to be stressed about. So, first of all, stress, what it is not. As I was mentioning earlier, there's good stress, there's bad stress. Being totally inactive lead over time to feeling bored, um, staying for hours at hours at time watching TV or laying in bed will probably get you into depression. And this is not a good feeling. So having a little bit of stress, a little bit of this energy that makes you want to accomplish more, that makes you want to perform better is actually pretty good. Unless you reach this level where you're doing too much. And when you are doing too much, you reach this level called fatigue, where you're pushing yourself so much that not only you get tired, but over time, if you continue doing that for a while, you get exhausted. And this overload of stress gonna create a feeling of tension in your body, a feeling of anxiety. Quite often my clients come to me because they are suffering from back pain, neck pain, stomach pain, or they have a hard time breathing. They feel anxious, they feel panic, they feel nervous, they explode and talk abruptly to their family member, get into a fight or argument. And at the highest level of the stress, they have what is called a nervous breakdown. I apologize for the typo on the word breakdown, but I guess when I went to this image, the person who created this visualization of the stress was actually so stressed that it didn't even notice that breakdown was not spelled that way. And that's what happens when you have an overload of stress. You don't think properly, you make mistakes, you get angry. Everything is actually going against you. So nobody wants that. But you have to realize that stress is not the enemy. Stress is actually something that can be supportive. It's if it's used properly. Actually, we take on way too many stress. And you are at choice of experiencing this stress or not. The number one question you have to ask yourself when you're experiencing stress is this stress mine or not? So I'm going to share again my screen, and we're going to go to the second image. So whatever is going on in your life, ask yourself, is this problem that is causing my stress is mine? By mine, I mean, is it about you? And is it something that is only about you? Because sometimes we are stressed because one of our friends is having problem. In that case, it's not your stress, it's their stress. Or we are stressed because one of our coworker is actually complaining. It's their complaint, it's their stress, not yours. The only case when the problem is not totally about you, but you can take the stress on, is when the problem is about your kids, especially young kids. If it's teenager, you might have them deal with their own stress. If they are stressed because they haven't done their homework, it's not your stress. It's theirs. And you have to tell them to deal with it. But if they are little, you should, of course, as a parent, we're going to help them, we're going to be there for them. So whether it's about young kids or yourself, if the problem is yours, the next question you have to ask yourself is, can I do something about it? And if there's nothing you can do about it, let it go. Let me give you an example. If I'm stressed about the fact that there's traffic on the road, can I do anything about taking away the traffic? No. So being stressed about it will not help. I let it go. Now, if me changing the way I'm driving or getting out of the next exit can solve the problem, yes, I should do something about it. So the next question is, if it's a yes to can I do something about it? The question is, what can I do? And then do it. So remember, question number one, is this stress mine? If it's no, let go. If it's yes, the next question is, can I do something about it? If it's no, let it go. If it's yes, do something about it. And ask yourself, what can I do about it? Easy. But you will discover that more often than known, a lot of people are taking on stress that are not there. And this is not helpful. So, how do we react to stress? I describe it in the next diagram or screen I want to share with you. Most people react about stress around different level of energy. So they react often as victim. When they feel a lot of stress, they feel a victim of the situation. They feel that they cannot do anything about it. It's, why is this happening to me? Why? I can't believe it. I feel so paralyzed, so upset because of the situation, and I don't know what to do. That's a level one of energy. On the other hand, some of you might react to it feeling frustrated and nervous and even angry sometimes. It's like, I can't believe it. I can, let me give you example. Like, I'm going to go back to the example of driving because it's such an easy one to describe. You have to go somewhere. I will stop the chair because I want to see you. Imagine you want to go somewhere and there's a bunch of traffic. And if you are in the Bay Area, I know you have experienced that. So let's imagine you want to go to the city, you have to go to a concert or somewhere, but there's this crazy high level traffic jam in front of you. You can be really feeling a victim. I can't believe it. Why is this always happening to me? Why am I sitting at traffic once again? Do you think it will help? Not really. Or you can be frustrated. You can be, I can't believe it. I'm so upset. There's always so much traffic in the Bay Area. Do you think it will solve the problem? Not really. But this is a level of energy. When there's frustration, there's anger. In some way, where there's frustration and anger, there's a little bit more of energy because sometimes when you are frustrated, you try to solve the problem and you try to find a solution. When there is this victim feeling, there's not a lot you can do. Let me tell you how you can respond or react a little bit better. The next level, the level 3 of energy, is a level of acceptance and resilience. It's about, you know what, it is what it is. And sometimes there's nothing I can do about it, and I have to deal with the situation. If we go back to the example of driving, that will look like, you know what, in the Bay Area, there's a lot of people who love California like us. And yes, we are sitting in traffic, but that's part of life here. But there can be also the level 4, the level of compassion and empathy, because if you are going to the city once in a while and you are stuck in traffic, it's unpleasant, but maybe you can have empathy for all those people who have been sitting in traffic day after day because they have this tough commute to do daily. And once you start relaxing, you start accessing those better level, those more exciting level of peace and joy. So peace in traffic jam can be difficult, but it can be, you know what? Let me smile to the person who is stuck in traffic next to me. And that might be a nice moment. Or let's put music on and realize that it is what it is, so I might as well sing in my car. Or I can listen to this beautiful podcast. So I give you the example of a traffic jam, but this reaction to stress is applicable to anything. It can be applicable to a relationship. And if you are a victim, you feel a victim of a bad relationship, that's definitely something yet to need to address. Or if you feel frustrated at work, over time, it will create anxiety, nervousness, breakdown, breakup, and it's important for you to address. I don't have the time to describe how today or to tell you what to do, but please, if it's the case, contact me and I will be happy to help you move beyond those feeling of level 1, level 2 that are feeling of being stuck, and help you go to those level 5, 6 where you will feel way more energized and quite often unstoppable. Now, what to do with those feelings? All of that are feeling of emotion. Number one thing to do when you feel an emotion is to identify it. What is this emotion? If you're actually, let me guide you. Close your eyes and look at whatever is causing stress in your life right now. There's way too many work that I have to deal with, or I'm in a toxic relationship, or whatever. Whatever is going on in your life that made you want to watch this video. And ask yourself, what is the emotion that I'm feeling right now? Or what is the body tension that I'm feeling right now? Or I feel anxious because I have this deadline for tomorrow and I haven't been working on that project. Let's find this anxiety. What does it look like? So know that you have your eyes closed and you're feeling the stress that you are experiencing right now. Put a word on the feeling. Is it anxiety? Is it fear? Is it overwhelming? Is it guilt? Is it sadness? Is it anger? What is this feeling that you are experiencing right now? And then check with your body. What does this feeling feels like in your body? Is it your chest that is getting closed and you cannot breathe properly? Is it pain in your shoulder? Is it your hand that are tight or your jaw that is tight? And then ask your imagination to describe it as a shape or form, or give it a color so you can identify it. Let's say it's a black cloud at the top, on the top of my head, or let's say it feels like a hole in my stomach. So just identify what it is, what it looks like, because by identifying it, that will be the first stress. That will be the first step to address this stress. So quite often, actually, when you identify whatever is going on, when you identify the stress, just the simple fact of acknowledging it. Oh, I feel this tension in my shoulder. And breathing will lower the tension. Just accept that you feel the way you feel. And there's probably a good reason why you feel the way you feel. And just identify the feeling, identify where it is acting up in your body, what does it look like? And for now, give it a shape and color. And I will go back to this sensation and whatever is going on to a little bit later in this presentation to tell you what to do with it. So let me share again this little cute slide that is reminding you to feel your feeling. And it's okay. We all have feeling. We have good feeling like love, excitement. We have bad feeling like overwhelming sadness. It's okay. It's all the same. It's just a feeling. Now, what to do with it? As I mentioned just earlier, the first tool is to breathe. If you feel this feeling of tension, breathe through it, sense it, acknowledge it, and send love to it. Just a simple fact of acknowledging breathing will help you move the energy of it. Or you can actually move the energy of this feeling by physically moving. You can go for a run, you can go for a walk, you can shake it out, you can dance, you can do a lot of physical movement that will allow you to release whatever stress you are experiencing. That's why physical movement, exercising is so important. It helps you, definitely helps you let go of a lot of stress. And there's other way of moving your body, like therapeutic shaking. Therapeutic shaking is actually letting your body tremble or shake to let go of stress. And I would love to tell you more about it, but that's not something I want to explain in a short general video. But contact me and we'll tell you, because it's an amazing, amazing tool. It's great for people who are experiencing stress but don't want to talk about it, or don't even know what it is about, and don't want to go into anything too intellectual. It's great for people who want to just let it go at the somatic level. And it's so powerful. I use it a lot with teenagers or people who suffer from PTSD, who don't want to relieve some trauma. It's an amazing technique. So, but the principle is the same. Just, it's about moving your energy. Now, the next tool you can use is a tool of processing on the conscious and on the subconscious level. And for that, you need to bring back the subconscious part of things back to the level of consciousness so you can deal with it. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to guide you through a mini modified consciousness or hypnosis process, so you can actually maybe address a little bit of the stress you might experience right now and that pushed you to watch this video. Close your eyes again. And feel the situation that is causing stress in your life, the situation that made you want to listen to this video. And like earlier, I told you we will go back to it. Feel this situation, this thing that is causing you stress. Feel it in your body. Where do you sense tension? Is it in your chest? Is it in your back? Is it in your hip? Is it in your hands? Where is it? Take a couple deep breaths. Is it everywhere? Sometimes you feel it's so overwhelming, you feel it everywhere. It's okay. And once you have identified, as earlier I was telling you earlier, your imagination gonna give it shape or form or color or color. Is it like a metal rod in your shoulder, or is it like a helmet pressing on your head? What does it look like? Found it? And if you need more time, pause this video and really close your eyes and breathe, and you're going to find it eventually. Now, if you have found it, Allow your imagination to move into this tension we described earlier. Let's say it's like a rod, a bar in my neck, and I have a hard time moving my head right and left. I'm going to move my attention into this metal bar in my neck to the best of my ability. And imagine that you are in it or on it. Take the time to go there. And once you're there, look back at yourself from this perspective. And allow this part of you to talk. What you need to know about me is, let me clarify it. Let's imagine I am in this black metal bar in my neck. Have this metal bar I will have this metal bar talk to me. So whatever you're feeling, go in this part in your body and have this part of your body talk to you. What you need to know about me is, and why the role I'm serving, or what I'm trying to tell you from being in your neck or in your back or wherever you are. And this tension you are experiencing right now, what it is linked to is, and let this object, this sensation that you have in your body, tell you more and more information. You will get so much more information that you would get just by thinking about it. Because in that situation, you let your body speak to you. You listen to whatever is going on the subconscious level, you take it back to the conscious level so it can be observed. I hope just doing that gave you some insight about what is going on, what is causing stress in your body right now. If we were to continue longer, I will ask you to bring forward a virtual resource, somebody who could give you word of wisdom or help you learn a little bit more about this part of you. Or I will offer you to know when this tension was first created in your body. Or we would go into a past life where you have experienced the same stress, or whatever you need to do. But I cannot do that just like that on a video without knowing your specific problem. But I want you to realize that just by identifying the feeling, just by identify the tension that the stress is causing in your body, that by listening to the feeling that is linked to this tension, by acknowledging it, by allowing it to talk, by breathing, just by doing that, I assume your tension is way, way less. And that's something that I want you to realize. Stress is not the enemy. Stress is just something that needs to be addressed and that needs to be listened to. It's a little bit like the 3-year-old within you that is screaming and putting on a tantrum. And if you ignore it, it's going to cry louder and louder and louder. While if you acknowledge it and you address it and you help it, it will calm down way faster. One of my teachers used to say, every emotion is short-lived unless you resist to it. Actually, there's science experiments showing that when you acknowledge your own stress or whatever emotion you are experiencing, your brain is designed to flush away the toxin from this emotion within 90 seconds. 1 minute and a half, that's all it takes to go back to peace and calm. Now, of course, depending on what type of stress you are experiencing and how long it's been in your body, that's going to be taking a little bit more. But for daily stress, it's important that you address it as soon as it appears, that you acknowledge it, that you feel it, that you breathe through it, or that you shake it out if it's necessary, or that you move your body. And you have to do that not once in a while, but every single day. So every day, you have to let go of whatever is causing stress or fear, and you have to breathe. You have to move your body. You're going to have to maybe meditate. Something that I suggest actually a lot of my clients is start every day with a 3-minute routine. The first minute, the moment they open their eyes, they should spend 1 minute just breathing. Just acknowledging and letting their body come back into this planet, their energy come back into this awake world. So 1 minute of breathing. Then 1 minute of gratitude. What are you grateful for? What is going well in your life? What is it that makes you want to go with another day? It can be simple thing. It can be, I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. Or it can be, I'm grateful that my kids are next door sleeping. Or I'm grateful that I'm still alive. Or I'm grateful because the universe is supporting me. It can be as small and as big as you want it. So 1 minute of breathing, 1 minute of gratefulness. And the next minute, because I told you it's a 3-minute routine, is about visualization. It's about imagining your day as if it could be the best day you have ever experienced. What are the meetings you're going to go to? Who are the people you're going to meet? How would it go if it were to be the best day ever? And from that, you will feel excited and energized. So I call this my save routine because it's literally saved my life at the moment of great stress. Step 1, when you wake up, stop and breathe. Step 2, acknowledge. Acknowledge what is going on and practice gratitude. Step 3, visualize. Visualize your day and your life if it could be the best way possible. And step 4, E for energize. Feeling the energy rushing through your body and the excitement of starting the day. Yes, that's something you need to do day after day. to start feeling better. And I mentioned earlier a few things that I wanted to share with you, or that I wanted to help you with, but that I couldn't do in this short video. And you can contact me, and I will put a link under this video to tell you how to contact me directly and how to schedule a Getting Unstuck discovery session with me. But if you're not sure yet that you want to work one-on-one or in longer way with me, I created some online program. They are called From Stuck to Unstoppable, and there's two versions. There's a version for entrepreneur and professional who feel stressed and stuck at work. And there's this version of Stuck to Unstoppable in relationship for people who are dealing with stress in their relationship, in their marriage, but also in their relationship at home or at work with whoever they are in relationship with. And those are self-study online program. There is 13 chapter, 13 units, 12 of real work and one about what's next. And they are program you can take at your own pace. They are so amazing and so valuable, and I'm super excited about sharing them with you. To be honest, the Stuck to Unstoppable for Entrepreneur is already online. The one for relationship, I'm working on the videos. If you sign, you follow the link that I will put it under the video too. Otherwise, you go to my website and you look at for online program. There will be way more detail about those programs, but they are mind-blowing, powerful, exciting program. They will teach you how to let go of the stress, how to move on, how to self-hypnotize yourself. And you will have access to an ebook with a lot of detail. You will have access to video to do the program on your own day after day. And you will have access to me through Facebook group if you want to contact me and ask questions. So I'm so excited for you. Excitement is good stress. I'm so excited to present those programs to you. Stuck to Unstoppable for entrepreneur, Stuck to Unstoppable for relationship. And if you want to work one-on-one with me, schedule a Get Unstuck discovery session. It's 30 minutes on the phone. It's free. And we will observe whatever is going on in your personal life and is causing you so much stress. You should not live this way. There's no reason. Life is about fun. Life is about joy. Life is about being delicious. And that's why I call my company Fabulicious, because if I'm fab, so are you. And yes, life is supposed to be delicious. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye.